out or pen role-playing game. In this video, we're going to be walking through Module 4 of the pen role-playing game, which is where we teach you how to be a game master or storyteller for a tabletop role-playing game. If you're just getting started at role-playing or you're trying to start a new group, it can be really daunting to be the person that heads that up, because that means you're usually going to have to be the head storyteller. The game master or GM is the one who typically teaches other players the rules and who kind of narrates and referees game sessions to make sure that everyone's staying on track both in terms of story and in terms of following the rules. A lot of role-playing games kind of assume that you already know what's going on because maybe you've been taught by a friend or you've watched tutorial videos. For someone though who's just trying to pick this game up and teach new friends, whether it's at your dorm, your workplace, or wherever you might be, that's not always the case though. And so we make special care in the pen role-playing game to make sure that we're starting from ground zero and making this process as easy for you as it is for you to teach your players. This Module 4 starts by walking you through what it means to kind of frame your mindset to tell this story. It breaks down the stories of the sessions into encounters and gives you a quick model of a 4 encounter session. This little outline of 4 basic encounters gives you kind of a pre-built outline that you can use to start writing your story. Within these 4 encounters, the module walks you through different challenges that you can place in each encounter to give players an opportunity to tell their stories, overcome challenges, and make exciting discoveries that will let them naturally evolve the story on their own. These types of challenges include puzzles like riddles or mechanical challenges, skill rolls, role-playing, and combat. To do these types of challenges, we walk you through tons of examples on how to structure them in a storytelling way to give hints at what players might find without giving an outright explanation of everything that they might see in the game world. The sense of discovery and wonder is really, really important when players are trying to explore and tell a story, and so we walk you through exactly what this looks like to implement each challenge in an exciting but discoverable way. To give you a reference point, we also include a completely pre-built session that you can run with your characters for your very first time together. This will give you kind of an idea of what it is that you're going for and how to use this 4 encounter outline in your session to tell your own stories after you've already made it through the tutorial. Included in these challenges are often non-player characters or NPCs that you as the storyteller will be playing as in the game world. For example, if a player is going up to a bartender and trying to get information out of them, you're going to be responsible for playing as that bartender, speaking with their voice and telling the player whatever information they might learn from that conversation. To make that easier for you, Pen gives you a simple plug-and-play way to build NPCs. You just choose certain skill values for them, you choose any characteristics that you might want, and you add up those values to create the level for that NPC, which helps you make sure that any NPCs you create will be appropriately balanced for your characters in case they start combat or get into more competitive situations. With this, we also include random tables to generate NPC personalities, values, loot, and create traps that players might find in the rooms as they're exploring or just exploring the world. All of these random tables are fit cleanly into the 4 encounter structure so that you know exactly how to use all of the information that's given to you. This is actually my biggest complaint with most tabletop role-playing games out there, where things like the Dungeons & Dragons Dungeon Master Guide gives you tons of amazing information, but not a lot of structure on how to use it. Pen makes special care to give you a ton of resources, but also show you cleanly how to fit those into a 4-act story that you can use to tell whatever campaign it is you want your players to experience. As you get more experience, by all means, you can give up our outline and start telling your own or creating your own systems of rooms, encounters, and stories, but we give you a strong place to start from before you build your world. In Module 5, we look at how these sessions can actually be strung together to create campaigns. and how those campaigns can be used to create broader fictional worlds and other world-building details to create exciting situations and places for characters to explore for years and years and years. If you're interested, we hope that you'll like, subscribe, and join us for that video on Module 5.